Hi, Yat. Happy to see you, and thank you that you found the time for this video review. So, actually, can you tell a little bit more about your company and your position in the company?
Sure, not at all. It's my pleasure to take part in this. Um, Untapped Global is a small fintech company focused on emerging market investing. We have a portfolio of investment companies, investee companies in Africa and Latin America, which is growing very fast. And underlying this is a self-service investment platform where ordinary people can come along and invest in these companies and find these opportunities. I'm one of the product managers at Untapped. So I've joined Untapped in the very early days before we had even an alpha product, through now to our beta product, which we launched last year, middle of last year. From the very end of our alpha phase through to beta, and in an ongoing capacity, we've been working with WTT. So for I think over 18 months now, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Some kind of this.
Something like this. So yeah, I've had the pleasure of working with your team for a long time now, and I'm very happy to give feedback here today.
Okay, thank you a lot. Okay, what is your general idea and experience working with us? So actually, why you started working with external companies? So in your case, so maybe better was to hire like local employees, or so why you actually started to work with WTT Solutions? What was the reason for you?
Hiring takes a lot of time, and for us at that time, we really needed velocity in our development. We really needed to get things moving quickly, especially for more senior hires. People are expecting to see a product already. So from our position of starting at zero, it was very important for us to find a reliable sort of full service partner who could help us build our product out. And then since that time, we've kind of streamlined it as we've built our team. We've been able to very flexibly scale up or down as we've needed to with WTT Solutions, which has been, I think, quite a key part of the service, is that you're sort of there for us when we need you, and you're also there for us when we need to scale down or scale up, sometimes very quickly. So we found you very flexible on things like that. The overall impression, as you already know, is very positive. We found the work of your developers to be extremely precise, extremely accurate, extremely high quality, simply, and above all, very fast. We really struggle to find the same level of experience in developers locally, so to be able to hire external consultants who bring multiple years of experience with each developer is very valuable to us.
Yeah, thank you a lot. Happy to hear it. Okay, and how you actually found us? Did you use for that some specific platforms, or maybe some catalogs, maybe Google? So how actually you found us? And a second question, what is the simple way for like people who hiring developers today? So what is the simple way to find the right provider?
I believe, and I'm not totally sure because it was a long time ago, but I believe we found you on Upwork.
Okay.
Do you use Upwork?
Yeah. We have top rated plus a company on Upwork, so they have like specific level of companies. So there can be like beginner company, or let's say like top level, or like top level plus. So we are on the level of top level plus on Upwork. So maybe that's because you found us there.
Congratulations! Yeah, so that's I think where we found you. And I think it comes back to the point, to your second question, that hiring is painful. Most often, it's just a human reality that it's not normally your top priority. It is an artificial priority. You have your manager saying, please go hire some consultants. But nobody wants to spend their time hiring. We want to spend our time working on other things. And so the ability to access consultants through a platform like Upworks and very quickly receive a proposal, I think it's the speed of the turnaround, like that very quick response time was something that was impressive in the beginning. And inevitably, if you have other priorities on your table, you're going to go with one of the three companies that reaches out first. It's like a 24-hour turnaround. Really is. That to me is the pain point. As somebody who's had to hire consultants in the past or find proposals for consultants to be reviewed by my managers, I want this process to disappear as soon as possible.
Okay, great. Thank you. I hope it will be available for many potential customers so they understand that time is also value. It's really important.
Yeah.
Okay, good. What advantages do you see in working with us compared to employees or freelancer? For sure, it took some time, so we already working more than 1 year. But just from this perspective, so what advantages, what like real advantages do you see? Because, for example, some customers prefer to work with freelancers. So we also met some customers like this, these expectations. From your point of view, what is like real advantage?
I think it comes down to having access to developers with a lot of experience very quickly. I've mentioned that it's difficult in our market to hire that level of experience. Certainly something we found quite difficult. So we're building the team from the ground up, really. And that's been difficult, and it's been very valuable to have an experienced team ready to go. I think something else is continuity brings a real value. Working with the same consultant or the same team of developers for a period of time has meant that actually when new work comes, the handover has been very, very seamless and easy because they're already familiar with the code base, they're familiar with the team. We have built up a good working relationship with the likes of Slava or with Victor, to name two. So that working relationship is also a very real source of value.
Okay, thank you. Is there some areas to improve for us? Something that after a year, so you think if we'll have like some feature or some improvement, so work with us will be much simpler?
The short answer is no, not really. I mean, I don't see any major sort of pain points in dealing with WTT solutions at all. And we've learned that we can rely on the sort of very present project management from your side. We can rely on the experience and quality of the development as well. Very, very simply, like we have stuck around for 18 months for a good reason, so to say. We've had other consultants as well in the past, and the relationship never really lasted as long. So what can I say? There's no real big area of improvement. In fact, if anything, I've seen improvement over time. I think you're very proactive about seeking feedback. And in the past where we've said, look, handover has been a bit messy, or we'd prefer this and that sort of more technical considerations, which I can't really speak to because that's more dealt with by our head of engineering. But, certain coding best practices or certain things that we want to see, you've always been very proactive about taking that feedback and sort of improving. So right now, as I see it from my view, there's nothing major to report.
Okay, thank you a lot. Okay, and would you recommend us to your friends, and why? So, and what do you think our new clients, let's say clients in 2023, should know about work with us before actually starting this work? So maybe it's some some documents, maybe it's some analytics, maybe it's some process that should be built already on client side before starting to work with software provider? What do you think?
I I've often found that one value of your project managers has been to sharpen our thinking and to ask the right questions and to make very insightful comments and questions. Sometimes this process is a bit annoying. You just want to hand over and be finished with it. But then Victor or Slava comes with a really good question and you think, God, we didn't think about that. Of course, I'm joking. I mean, it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. I would suggest that your future clients in 2023 do their homework and come with a very clear idea of what they need and why they need it, and to prepare activity diagrams and wireframes carefully, because WTT will ask, and that's good. That's how you guarantee your quality, I think, because expectations are aligned kind of from the very beginning of the handover process. As to whether I would recommend you, yes, without any hesitation. I would definitely recommend you. And in fact, when people recommend consultants to me, I just say, well, I'm already happy. We already have one. So, you're certainly not the only company in this space, but I think you've earned that top rating that you mentioned.
Okay, thank you a lot. So warm words for us. Okay, great. So thank you for this feedback.